So this is Belcher Hill Trail from the White Ranch East portal. This is the first really hard section. Only made it up this steep part twice. Yet I ride this section probably once a week. It is my sort of my weekly workout ride. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to get from the parking lot. I measure it from the pit toilet to the bench. It's kind of a good fitness test for me anyway. Anything below 50 minutes, I'm doing a good job. Something I can be proud of. My fastest time, I think, was 43 minutes from bottom to the top. Last week, it took 44 minutes, I think. Gonna have to put my light on here in a minute. Hello.
Hey.
All right, drop down to first gear because it gets steep. Okay, I'm about 23 minutes into the ride. I would say the warm-up is about over. About to hit 3 very steep sections. I try to take one at a time, but don't stop in between. I kind of try to catch my breath at the top of the first section. And there's a couple spots where I can kind of catch my breath in the middle of the next sections. I'm gonna have to put my light on here because it's sun went down about 25 minutes ago. It's almost totally dark. There you go, there's my handlebar light. See, there's my headlight, helmet light. It's not coming on. Oh, there's my helmet light. Now I got some light. I think that to point a little bit more forward. Kind of reminds me of kayaking the Poudre River bridges section in the pitch dark, thinking we would have moonlight. I was so familiar with that run, it didn't really matter. Just kind of knew every rock, every wave, every hole, because I ran it almost daily for a year. All right, coming up on the first really steep section. Really wouldn't be that bad if it was so rocky. It has these baby head rocks that kill your momentum. You just kind of keep driving the pedals to get to the top of it. Look at that view. Lights of golden. All right. I used to stop and rest right here. Now I just try to keep going. Now we got a dog and a person. Whew. Hello. Oh, yeah. Oh. Windy. first section still. Oh man, just keep almost to the top of the first section. Failed to check my battery before I left at 1%, so I'll have to come back to get the rest of the ride. In the meantime, I'm gonna struggle up this goddamn hill. Hopefully up and down within an hour, because park closes 1 hour after sunset. Don't want to run into the ranger. Yeah, he got confrontational with me once. As I was saying before my battery died, this is the first, probably hardest section. I was here last, I was here last Tuesday when my battery died, and I want to come do it again. Do it twice. Try to get this in twice a week. It's my workout ride. Now it's Thursday. Got here a little bit later than last time. I believe it's about where the battery died on Tuesday. Ooh. Not quite baby heads because they're not too sharp for that, but it's pretty hard to keep your momentum up. Sure, the video doesn't do it justice how steep it is. Okay, that section down, still on the hill. A little reprieve from the big rocks. Whew. Currently only have my helmet light on, because last time my handlebar light was dying by the time I got to the top. I would like to keep, it's weird, so we're still definitely more challenging in the dark for some reason. Can't see everything. I don't know if I could just ride this without stopping. There we go. More speed. So I'm gonna leave my handlebar light off so I get to the top. It's weird riding in the dark. You can't really see what's coming up, just what's right in front of you. So you can't really anticipate anything. Just reacting. When you're coming downhill at speed, definitely want to have that light reach a little bit farther out. Oh, wrong side of the trail. Okay, almost there. Oh crap. Whew. Gotta flatten out right here a little bit. We're at the second section. Okay. Moon's out, but not getting a lot of light from it. Last week when I was riding this, coming downhill, my brakes were just screeching like crazy. It was weird because it was like maybe something got on the disc. It had recently bled my front brake, but it was my rear brake that was squealing. And brake pads were only like a month old. I'd worn out my previous pads, and my buddy gave me a pair that were still new in the box. They wore out like a month. It must be knockoff Shimano's. Probably got them on Shein or Temu. But I bought 2 pairs. Gave him a pair to replace his, and then I just put the ones I bought on the bike. They're working great. Exact same model number, but they do look different. Maybe he did have knockoffs. Okay. Working on my second leg of the early uphill on this Belcher trail. I used to have to rest up under this tree every time. But riding 3 days a week, riding this trail regularly, that's been a big help. It's gonna be a bummer when it starts snowing. Although I do have ice tires I'm gonna try out this year. I try to stay in shape over the winter. I have a stationary bike, and I use my Android tablet with a Whoosh app. I just feel like I couldn't really get a good workout with it, but they recently released an update. I have zombies chasing you. It really creates an incentive to push it, you know. Who wants to get caught by zombies? But yeah, that's a good workout. Not as good as this. Whew. I also got my bike back from the shop a couple weeks ago. Had my rear tire trued. I've gotten pretty far out of true after banging up on what was that? Up by Salida Monarch Pass Trail. Actually banged it so bad. The downhill tire I was using, which I like to use because it's so stiff, wouldn't seal to the bead. Had to put a tube in it, and then I put an old Maxxis tire in the back, which does seal to the bead. But that sucker's kind of bald. I gotta get a new tire for the back. Going to Moab in about a month, so before you want to ride the whole enchilada, so I'll get a new tire on the back before we go. That'll be fun. Hopefully it doesn't snow there too. I want to do the whole thing all the way from Burro Pass, which I've only been able to do once before because whenever I've gone there's been too much snow. So shuttle company, you know, takes you as far up as you can go. It's really weird. At night there are all these gray and black birds that land on the trail and hang out. You can just see their eyeball gleaming until you get right up on them. And they sit there until you're about to hit them. And then they, yep, there he goes. They come down and land further in front of you. Okay, that section's done now. Spot a rest, I'm gonna hit the next section. Got some breath. Yeah, so last time I was coming down the hill, I was flying down and I see a guy walking his dog, stopped on the trail, and I stopped. Well, actually I go real slow to go by him. I like to fly by hikers, gives us mountain bikers a bad name. So I slow down real slow, and he says to me, "Did you see the kittens?" I said, "What? No, what kittens?" He said, "Yeah, there were kittens up in the tree." I'm like, "Oh, that's weird. A whole bunch of little kittens." He's like, "Yeah, they're about yay big," and holds his hands about 4 feet apart. I'm like, "Well, that's no kitten. You mean like a mountain lion kitten?" He goes, "Yeah, it was right behind you up there. 2 of them. And the mama was a little further up the trail." I'm like, well, no, I didn't see that. That's interesting. A little scary." I said, "Well, I guess I'm not too worried about them because I'm loud, flying down this hill, and I'm moving fast." He says, "Yeah, funny thing, they like to chase fast things." I'm like, "Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna get going then." Anyway, hope I don't run into the family of kittens on the way down this time. All right, who was that? Getting there. Oh wow, time flies. I think this is the last leg. Let's see, 42 minutes, yep. Should be about 45 minutes to the top. That's one of the things I like riding at night. Or is that, well, it's hard. The hard part seems to go by pretty fast versus when we're just sweating buckets during the middle of the day. Not that I'm not sweating now. What's heart rate? 161. Sustained 160. I guess for a 53-year-old, that's not too bad. Had to go, actually went into the, went to the doctor a couple weeks back because I was having some chest pain, which was really weird because I never had chest pain. And he was asking me if I ever had a stress test on the heart. And I'm thinking, yeah, like probably 3 days a week I stress test my heart. Anyway, they do all these tests. Apparently they can detect if you've had a heart attack within like 24 or 48 hours by like enzymes or proteins in your blood. Everything came out clean. Nothing to worry about. Probably just a muscle cramp or something. I don't know. Anyway, haven't had any issues since. I feel pretty healthy. I wasn't even gonna go in, but my sister died of a heart attack at my age, and my wife was pretty freaked out. I mentioned that I was having some weird chest pain, so I don't know. I guess it's good because now I know there's nothing to worry about. All right, Almost to the top. I usually put on some speed here because I'm almost to the top. The gate's right up top of this rise. Almost there. I wish I would like to stay a little longer and ride Mustang and some of the other trails, but it's supposed to be just a workout ride. Besides, the park closes at 1 hour after sunset, and it is, well shit, park just closed. All right, stop real quick, put my glasses on, safety glasses for the downhill, and we get going. Okay, safety glasses are on. I just used cheap Milwaukee safety glasses from Home Depot. Right, shocks are in downhill fun mode. It's weird, something wrong with my front light. It's just flashing on and off no matter what mode it's in. All right, seat down. All right, I should be down in no time. Whew. Okay, no kitties. Oh. All right. Yeah, I can't really see what's up ahead. I'm gonna have to take it easy. No good route around that. Look at that golden skyline. All right. Ow! Oh, I hate when that happens. Tire kicked up a rock and hit me in the shin. This happened to me a couple times. It's almost like there's a bird. Sometimes I feel like I should be wearing shin guards just on these loose rocks. Yeah, it stings a little bit. There you go. Whoop. Doesn't really help with that handlebar light flashing on and off. It's a couple years old, probably have to get a new one. Okay. These spots have no really good route. Just have to roll over this crap. Just don't want to hit a big one and go over the bars. One of the reasons I like to wear a backpack, I have gone over the bars a few times to land on my back. The backpack does a pretty good job protecting the back from that. Probably happens to me like once a year. Lately it's like very slow-mo. Just hitting a big old rock. Oh, here's the first really rocky break. Catch a pedal on a rock. Throw the needle. Going down this way. Oh, another bird. A birdie. not really sure how well this video is going to come out. I'm using a chest mount instead of the helmet mount because I need the helmet mount for my light. I could probably put the light on my chest mount. It might work pretty well. All right. Time. Whoa. Man, the weather is perfect. It feels great out. Alright. Nice and rolling through here. Oh, little rock garden. Oh. Splits here. Yeah, so this is the Belcher Hill on the White Ranch. It's the easternmost trailhead. Pretty popular. There'll probably still be people in the parking lot when I get down. Oh. Oh. That sound good? Okay. Coming up on a pretty technical spot where I've only actually been able to ride up it twice now. It's like coming here all the damn time. There we go. Yeah. Riding down it's no problem. Alright, hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh. Right, the needle. Alright. Probably down here. Actually, some really nice houses. There we go. Up. Oh, no whammies. Sometimes when I come down here, there's cows all over the trail. It's a little worrisome because there's bulls in there too. And they're clearly bulls. I know the difference. And they don't really care that you're trying to come down the trail and they're in the way. There we go. Whoa. Big rock. Alright. Be surprised if I ran into anybody. This is about where we saw the kitties. Well, I didn't see them, the hiker did. They probably saw me. They usually see the kitties. You don't see the kitties and they see you. You don't see them until after you look at your pictures when you're back. Whoa! Yeah, I forgot I gotta take it easy. No whammies. All right. Downshift because I'm going uphill right after this. Okay. Smells like cow poop. All right, almost to the end. This last part's pretty fun. Just has a bunch of drops from the water bars. Gotta get up this little hill, get some speed. Shift up, move pretty quick. There we go. The very end of this trail, it's like a creek bed with serious rocks. It's really hard to. Just lowers my seat. It's really hard to get through it without putting a foot down. Super technical. That's how I bashed my derailleur last time, a couple weeks ago. Had to replace it. Ooh. Drop. Rock garden. Drop. All right. Almost to the end here. Yeah, if I can get through this little rock garden without stopping and put my foot down, that'll be amazing. I like to be in about third gear. My seat's not popping up. There we go. The trick here is momentum. Don't go too slow. Also don't want to go too fast. Yeah. That was the hardest part. Almost through. Oh shit. Okay. Nope, failed. Fail. Oh well. There's. That's one of the things I like riding at night. Or is that, well, it's hard. The hard part seems to go by pretty fast. Versus when we're just sweating buckets during the middle of the day. Not that I'm not sweating now. What's heart rate? 161. Sustained 160. I guess for a 53-year-old, that's not too bad. Had to go. Actually went into the. Went to the doctor a couple weeks back because I was having some chest pain, which was really weird because I never had chest pain. And he was asking me if I ever had a stress test on the heart. And I'm thinking, yeah, like probably 3 days a week I stress test my heart. Anyway, they have all these tests. Apparently they can detect if you've had a heart attack within like 24 or 48 hours by like enzymes or proteins in your blood. Everything came out clean. Nothing to worry about. Probably just a muscle cramp or something. I don't know. Anyway, haven't had any issues since. I feel pretty healthy. I wasn't even gonna go in, but my sister died of a heart attack at my age, and my wife was pretty freaked out. I mentioned that I was having some weird chest pain, so I don't know. I guess it's good because now I know there's nothing to worry about. All right, almost to the top. I usually put on some speed here because I'm almost to the top. The gate's right up top of this rise. Almost there. I wish I would like to stay a little longer and ride Mustang and some of the other trails, but it's supposed to be just a workout ride. Besides, the park closes at 1 hour after sunset, and it is, well shit, park just closed. All right, stop real quick, put my glasses on, safety glasses for the downhill, and we get going. As always, next time, watch out for this gate. Okay. It was across this private property driveway. Avoid the cow pies. I don't see any lights up there. Ooh, steep. Drop the gear down. Put the gears down. Whew. Oh yeah, there's some people here. Just taking off, hopefully no ranger, because the park is closed now. I don't really like leaving my car here, but I come ride, I leave my laptop at work. Whew. All right, and there's my car, and I am the last one. All right, up and down is 61 minutes 53 seconds. All right, till next time.